TNTM The Show presents
Talking Nerdy
October Edition with your hosts
Marvin Goof,
Pablo Gunner.
and the Ambassador, the Mean Ghoul.
Yes, and we are here to talk nerdy to you about all the stuff that will be coming out or that came out for Octubre. And just to give people an idea of our grade scale is must see, must stream, check it out or worth checking out, and then pass. I got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero for the Xbox Series X. I'm going to tell my little spiel. I'm a cheapo.
To take an overview?
Please.
I see a very cheap man holding a sweater trying to get away with something. That's my overview.
And when I saw the price tag for this game, I was like, it was like 70 or 80. I'm a cheapo. That's too much. I'm not going to spend that. And then I saw like the deluxe. It was like $104. And I'm like, that's insane. You just get like more characters. That's crazy. And I'm the kind of person that when a new game comes out, I will literally wait like a year or whatever, and then I'll buy it with all the DLC at the exact same price, or half the price, depending on what they put it out as. You know what? I still want to do it. This is our anime month. I'm going to buy the DLC for the Dragon Ball Kakarot game, which is essentially everything that happened, or actually not everything that happened in Super, but just the Beerus story and then the Frieza resurrection, right? Like it was those story arcs. Awful. Like the grind is bad. I don't want to do this. That was a waste of money. I wish I would have put that money towards this game instead, because I ended up doing that with the money that I had left over. I put $20 towards it. Would have been $30 instead, so it would have made it even cheaper. That would have been the smartest thing to do, is hey, being points, try to make it cheaper. Still, it was only like $55 for me, so it's still cheaper, right? I got this, and I will say I watched a lot of videos on this game before I bought it too. Should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Tips and tricks. Still didn't prepare me for this game, of how difficult this game is. And I'm not even a great fighter. Like when it comes to fighting games, I'm not really a good, fighting game fighter. But this is different because it's 3D and it is Dragon Ball. So I'm like, okay, I think I can manage. It's still difficult. I even went into the game and did a lot of training in the game too, to let me learn these more advanced techniques so I can play better. I won't say it didn't help me, I just didn't remember them, so I stuck to the basic stuff. And the game does a horrible job. The story in the game does a horrible job for teaching you how to play, period, and then how to play better at all. Like, you literally have to self-teach yourself by just going into... These menus are ridiculous too. Like, it's really hard to get out of the story mode and back into the training area. I have to literally shut my console off and restart it to get back to where I want to do training. It is a nightmare. I honestly feel like the way that this game is designed and set up, there's so much bad about it. Yeah, the gameplay itself, it feels good. When you face different enemies, everyone fights different. Everyone says different things. But it is also one of those things where you do kind of get into this habit of going, okay, I just need to knock someone away, then I charge up, and then I can shoot my big blast once they get into position or whatever, and then just repeat this process. Mind you, as you get to harder enemies, you do have to learn more and use more advanced techniques. So it does force you to, but once again, it doesn't teach you them. You have to go through these confusing menus to find them.
I will find him!
And even the story menu is so confusing. Pick a character. And so, of course, you start with Goku because it's Goku. And if it doesn't have Goku, it just pretty much skips it. And that was the thing that was about like Kakarot I loved, which is the story followed linearly, and you just switch characters based on who's the main. But you also had, you could have them as teammates, too. You can switch to them. Like, in this one, you can switch to them, and that's really cool. That's an improvement. But in Kakarot, the story would just linearly, you would just switch to that character, and then you would have party members, if you had party members in that fight, right? And you could use them to assist you. And this one, you just switch to the character, but they don't assist you in the fight or whatever. You just do it. There isn't that many fights where I've had to lower the difficulty, maybe 2. So it's not super hard or impossible, but I feel like there is room for improvement. And that is the thing, as I go, if I wait, will these things be fixed, right? Will they be fixed if I wait? Or is this game going to stay the same and they're not going to fix those things? and it's just going to stay the same. And I feel like they're just going to leave it. They're going to go, hey, this is our game. That's our design. We're not going to fix the... we're not going to change that. We're not going to make it easier. Right. This is the game. I have heard, like, the fighting, they've nerfed certain things, and then they've made, so it's a little more even, which doesn't make sense to me, because you're like, Yamcha Yajirobe's never going to be as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku. Okay, I'm sorry. Or Beerus. You just can't do it. this. So overall, I don't know if I regret getting it. I really just got it because I couldn't play Kakarot with Shelby. And with this, I can play Kakarot. I can play this one with Shelby, right? We can face each other. We can face off. I don't know if we can be on the same team. I haven't tested that out yet. I have heard that this has tons of characters and has tons of features, almost too much, and that's kind of part of the problem. So I definitely cannot say that it's a must-buy, because it's not a must-buy without the gate. I think at this point, if you're like me, wait. Go ahead and just wait the year, wait for the DLC. If you like playing online, if you're that kind of person, get it now, because the people are there now. Yeah, they're going to be there in a year or two, but they're also going to be insanely leveled up or whatever, and they're going to be way better. If you're that kind of person, yeah, get it now. I'm not, and I just care about more the story and stuff like that and seeing how it plays out. And yeah, I'll play more. But at this point, I wouldn't say it's a rent, because it's kind of hard to rent. But if I had Game Pass, I wish I would have Game Passed this, for sure. I really wish I would have Game Passed this game first. Now, it's hard to get a brand new game in Game Pass, and that's kind of part of the problem. I did have that process, which is should I Game Pass it first? I kind of wish they had that option through Xbox or something, or any service. I wish there's an online service like Game Pass where you could just download it and then be can I try it out, rent it, for a certain time period, and then you take it back or whatever. As far as I know, it's not available yet. I would say it's a worth it or a try right now. Let's talk about some of our merch. We have our merch that we're wearing now. I got my Talk Nerdy to Me TDK right here. I mean, I got the TNTM info on the back because I got a rep, of course. These are the best. The all print stuff is the best because this does not fade and it's super comfortable. I got a small, and then I got my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers right here leggings, and they are great, and they're wonderful and warm and super comfortable, and I love them. Yeah, and Slay J made them. So I know this is on the website. I need to put these pants on the website so you can check those out and buy them.
I'm wearing my Mean Ghouls shirt. It's a cross between Mean Girls and Halloween, so I figured it would be fun to wear, and it looks really great. I definitely recommend it if you like Mean Girls.
That's just hilarious right there.
Yeah.
That's just funny. I mean, I'm, of course, repping Magic the Gathering here, of course, because I'm all about magic, so there you go. Especially with this whole exciting new thing with the Secret Lair coming out for Marvel tomorrow, literally. It's definitely an interesting...
What day is that?
The 4th, yeah. So
November 4th.
Yeah, so tomorrow.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And we have another one that says, I'd tap that on the back, which is...
That's just hilarious.
Nerdy and pervy, because it is a reference to magic, right?
Yes.
And then we have here, this is one of our earliest shirts right here, which is the Dragon Ball design, right? Just like the plain yellow, but it's the Dragon Ball. We have Dragon Ball Z designs as well. I don't know if we have Super. I'll have to work on that one. But there's a lot. I have quotes from Dragon Ball that are both Goku and Vegeta, different ones. I definitely want to get one of those so I can rock that in the gym to give me that gym motivation, and maybe a headband. I don't know if we have them, but I need to get one for myself. What's great about our merch, 5% of any profit that we make goes to our charity of the month, which for October is Breast Cancer Foundation. And then for November, it is going to be Prostate Cancer Foundation. When you buy merch from us, you're helping them more than you're helping us, because we don't make a lot of profit off of our merch. So we really want to make a difference in the community, in the world, and this stuff means a lot to us. So, or you could just donate directly to them. Regardless, we're down for it. Helping people makes the world go around, right?
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. We're going to do some shout outs for some people that support us. They either retweet us or they share our stuff, like MK Wizard. I always love her tweets and her threads and pretty much anything she posts. She does web comics and stuff. And she has it out now, I think, on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Nice.
You can buy her book. I think it's called Psychoborg or something like that. And there's other ones that she's done as well that are kind of cookbook. She sent one to me. I can't wait to make cookies
Oh,
for my
brilliant.
kids from that. So it's great. I love that because they kind of did something like that in Scott Pilgrim, where they're like, they did a how to make this vegan meal, you know? Great. Love that stuff like that. That's so great. We also have Pesky Gremlins, which they also do web comics, and those are funny, and they're great. They always help us out. The Semi-Skeptic Pod, they're funny. The Watch It If You Can podcast, they're great. And we also have the Film Rage guys. Those guys are always great, and they're hilarious, and they're always sharing stuff, commenting on our stuff, especially on Instagram. Thank you for that. I listen to their podcast as soon as I can because they cover all the films like as soon as they come out, and I think they pour their own money into it and stuff. So they're putting out the money, man. For our merch coming up, we're gonna do anime and of course Batman because the Penguin is coming. I'll see if I can come up with like a Pesto the Penguin mashup with the Penguin shirt and see how that goes. And like I said, Prostate Cancer Foundation for November. Okay, cool. Talk nerdy to me.
Keep it nerdy, y'all.
Stay nerdy, planet Earth.